Fuck yeah. Hold up. I don't need a second gun. I don't even need armor. Hold on. Hey, mate. I see one and I see two. Come here. Come back here, mate. You going out the back door? No. Okay, that should be both of them. I don't know what they had. Give me that. Is that... That might have been 2 times soap. What's that? I'm going to test the lights in the morning. Nice. Early hours morning or just... like... Oh, well, yeah, maybe early hours morning because you kind of get to work kind of early, don't you? Yeah, you do. Oh, that is a 6 times scope. It was a 6 times scope. I don't know if I need a backpack, but I'll tell you what. Apparently, I don't require the sleeps for the PUBGs. Hi, mate. You're incredibly flat. You had nothing. Yeah, so apparently I just need to go without sleep more frequently to play, like, better at PUBG. Next time somebody's, like, get good, I'll just be like, sure, I won't sleep this, like, week, year, month, whatever goes, you know. It'll get it done. I will take that. I don't need it. Let's see. The fuck else is around here? I don't want that. Get the fuck out of my inventory. Give me that. I've got other stuff. I've got to get one of these things. No. Put that back. Let's see. I've also got to give me that. And is there a gun button in this area? There is not, but there is one of those. And this is fine. I'm also out of the area. Also, my energy is hard to manage. There is no user manual. I think I'm doing okay so far. I snuck up on Keelon in the tall grass and, like, booped and, like, scurried away giggling, and shots were fired at Shadow, and he went down asking about my car's extended warranty. Grim was first in and got booped the hardest. Who else did something? Kanye was here as well. He got I think 3rd place boops. His was, like, I think a little bit milder, but definitely boops happened. So, yeah. Boops were, like, flying everywhere. Boops aren't specific. They're not cheese. They're not necessarily, like, a finger to somebody's, like, nose tip. Like, it could be anything. I'm not going towards... I actually do have to go this way. This actually works for me. I was going to go kill those guys, but these guys are making a lot of noise, and I kind of just want to kill them. You know, something interesting I saw today was somebody was using an eye tracker thing. Oh, I saw you then. You're up the top. Somebody was using an eye tracker, like an eye motion thing. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. That would be very cool if I had that on, like, PUBG, because then you guys can actually see where, the bears. That would be why they're fighting so hard there. Yeah, because then you guys would be able to see what I'm actually looking at when I'm, like, running around. Because, like... I'm looking really far out along the tree line, up on that, like, mountain ridge, stuff like that. I guess I gotta be worried about the fucking bears here. But then I was also watching it, and I'm like, the only thing I didn't like with the eye tracking thing was that it was constantly not allowing you to have your own chance to look at the screen, however and wherever you chose to be looking. And I'm like, that's a downside to it. Would have been interesting, though. Alright, let's see if I can fucking find you. You seem like you're, like, out in the open, perhaps behind a tree or something. There you are. Mate. I get the feeling this guy either doesn't fucking know where I am or doesn't care. Oh my god. Don't you squiggle away from me, you cunt. Hold on. Let me take an inhale if you're not gonna move. Good. About time I fucking lag out killing somebody else for fucking once. Always happens to me. It's about time somebody else gets some fucking headshot lag. Where is the other cunt? Did he die to the bear? May have died to the bear. There was 2 here, and I don't think that was both of them. Either way, I'm not that far away. I'm pretty close. I don't have to worry too much here, and I have a DBS. Starting with a DBS and an SLR. I'm very highly excited about that. Especially starting with a DBS and 2 people landing with me. Like, you really can't ask for a better gun than that to just start with. I'm sure there's other people out there that use other guns that they prefer, and they're like, no, there is better. And I'm like, well, no, fuck you. This is the best gun for me. And it's not a contestable in a short range. It's like the most fucking powerful, like one of the most. You are not dead. Hello. What are you doing? Oh, that's a bit of tree. What is going on with this polar bear? Where'd it go? There. It ran off. I'm guessing they maybe are still there somewhere. Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting that. I wonder if I could piss off the bear from here, like legitimately. Can you imagine? Imagine I just like piss off the bear and it just like runs down here. I'm wondering if that guy's running around with that bike. And so I will get myself one of these. I hear you, mate. Just get off your bike. Stay off your bike. You're pretty fucking invulnerable on your bike. Actually, if I can get you to reload your clip without killing me. Oh, man. I was going to say, I'm like, he was reloading. If I could time it right. Fuck you, mate. I wanted to kill you. I wanted to kill everybody with this. Doesn't matter. He can have a 6x scope and I'll go back to the new map. I'll go, like, fuck around on there. Kill some people, explore the world. Like, I was expecting. I'm like, this guy with the bicycle, if he gets on it, he's invulnerable, more or less. If he stays off it, I've got to wait until he's reloading. But I forgot to allow for switching the gun straight over. All right, let's select my game. Get in here, and let's see if it gives me that weird shit again. This is an 8x8. Hold on. Give me this. So, that doesn't tell me the sizes, but an 8x8... I can't remember the size specifics of the maps, but I didn't think Miramar was an 8x8. It could be. I thought it was one of the largest ones. Either way, I don't mind that they brought out a big map. The big map's kind of nice. It's kind of a bit slow paced. That looks awesome. I wish that PUBG hair looked like that. PUBG hair looks like shit. Now, you look at like somebody's like hair option, and then you put it on your character, and it just looks like crap. It literally just looks like somebody just took like a shit on your face and let it dribble, kind of thing. Like, where's my customize? Getting here for appearance. Where's hair? Like, that's not too bad. That's actually her if I had glasses on for once. But then you get into here, right? And like textures. Let's change the color for a second, right? I don't know. That was the most cursed looking one. I think it's usually like black or these like browny green ones. That one probably. Give or take, yeah, it's the worst. All this gradient pixel shit. You're not going to see it on a phone, but if you're on a fucking computer, like just the way that the hair cannot fucking blend together, especially when you get longer strands. I get it. This is literally, you put a helmet on it, it doesn't fucking matter, right? But I really wish that they'd fix that up. I don't have a lot of hairstyles, actually. I think about it. That's terrible. Terrible. The explanation of name day is just above Triantha's message. Oh, I missed it, sorry. Every day of the year is a day of a couple of names. Like today, for example, is the day of names. What's that? Murray? I'm not going to try to read out those two specific names. Or three. Two of the three. But I'm guessing that if I follow you right, so every day of the year has a few different names on it that celebrates those particular names, and then it moves to the next day and it's a celebration of a different person's name. So I'm guessing what you're saying is when you have your name day, which was it kind of also celebrate the name day. So your name day would be obviously separate to that, and then you get to like celebrate that when it comes up. It would kind of be like I'm trying to think. There's something similar. Nothing like that, but there's something a little bit similar. Like, you know, with all the Google reminds you of like it's international this and it's international that day and whatever. I feel like it would be that, but localized. Yes, my name day was the 4th of December. I always forget about it. So is it the same names on each year? Did they add like an additional one if they start getting like new variations? I should probably try out in the desert here a little bit. Because I can imagine that names would be like expanding every year to a degree. Unless it's like just more common to have a frequent kind of, what do you call it, grouping of names. I don't know if anybody changes that. Don't know if anyone's in charge of that. Yeah, see, here you would have people going like specifically anal about like the spelling of individual names because a lot of people specifically in Australia really like to like customize the spelling of say a singular word. Like for instance, the word Skylar, for instance, I am aware of I think 4 different ways that it can be spelt. Um, one one way seems like the most logical in like the older style of like regular English that was been spoken over like basically I don't know how fucking many years, but a long time. And then you've got like the newer editions of it, which variant the letters, syllables, kick out a couple of vowels, replace the vowels, and stuff like that. And a lot of people would be very particular about it not being their actual specific name. Like that's how I can see it. I look at these chairs and I have to imagine that on some level they're comfortable, but they look fucking uncomfortable. And whenever I've seen these, people tend to sit like cross-legged on them with like maybe a cushion under them. So maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. I'd probably get one. I like arches though. They don't have to be round, but I do like archways in houses. Man, I'm this place just this. I've built this in Sims. I've 100% built this fucking house in Sims. I'm sorry. I'm like, the funny thing is, I was actually thinking the other day, I'm like, one of these days, I might actually play Sims on stream. And then I stopped and had a real think about that. And I'm like, I don't think I could ever actually play Sims on stream because I'm just like constantly a horrendous person to my family. Like, I'm pretty nice at the start. I start off really nice and I like get up their education and I care about them and I try to like keep them happy and make them go to sleep on time. And then sooner or later, people are getting trapped in rooms and starved and like forced into like borderline labor. And it's just a miserable place for everybody involved. It's just fantastic. I don't want that gun. I will take the ammo for this though. How's it now? We kind of normal with names. Still 90%, 95% of Polish names are localized versions. And since our language is that you speak every single letter, you write, changing. Oh, give me a sec. Let me reload this. Changing the writing would make it completely different names. See, that's what I was wondering because Polish system of like language and stuff like that is definitely different to say English language kind of thing where we can kind of like you can literally say one word with or without vowels, with or without syllables. Like you can literally just customize an entire word. And as long as you can kind of sound it out, most people will know what the fuck you called that person. Like they'll get the gist. It makes it really difficult. And the worst part is usually the people that have like the variation names and you're not purposely trying to be like a, dick and just saying their name wrong. Like, but if you get it wrong, they have to be like the seriously most fucking anal people about it that I've like ever come across. I don't know. I used to do like data entry stuff. I could tell you what people don't like it when their name is like incorrect. Not just from like a data standpoint, but a pronunciation standpoint. If you got to call one of the motherfuckers and they're just like, that's not how my name is said or that's not how my name is pronounced. And I'm like, look, I don't fucking know what your name is. I'm doing the best I can. And I'll tell you what, when like 5 o'clock hits, I'm the fuck out of here and I'll hope to never ever hear of you ever again. So it doesn't really matter, does it now? What is, hello. Need that. Yeah. I don't do customer service for good reason. Like I can be pleasant, but I don't fucking enjoy it. And at some point I can't like pretend that it's pleasant, like when it's no longer pleasant. Hey, chillin'. How's it going? I am negative 87 years asleep. and it's interesting. It's been fun. I'm channeling fucking Chaos Senpai energy. I'm booping everybody, by the way. Slam dunk boops for you. Everybody's getting a different kind of boop. Um, uh, Shadow was like shots fired. Triantha got slapped with hard cheese, which I assume he has eaten. Who else got one? I snuck up on Killen from like the tall grass, booped and like scurried away giggling. Like, it's been great. What else have I got on me? I've got a 3x scope. That could actually be better for that gun. I do not even know of any other language where you have such consistency as a Polish language. Like, we speak every letter literally as in its the alphabet. I've heard of a couple of languages that do that, but of course, like they're the languages that are next to fucking impossible for English speakers to actually try to like get into. So we just don't fucking try because I think consistency scares English speakers with like, how dare you say that you can't spell like cat 5 different ways? How dare you? Fucking audacity. By the way, I have Audacity armor in Diablo. Yeah, my armor has Audacity. And also, arcane resistance is now shadow resistance. I can resist shadow now. Also, how's your night going, chillin'? Hopefully it's not too hot. I did hear that there is supposed to be a cyclone kicking down, maybe a category 5 or some shit like that, way up north in like Queensland. So I should be seeing some kind of like bring down effects of that with like temperatures and storms and shit like that over like the next week. I think that's maybe supposed to kick down this weekend, maybe. Also, new map for PUBG. So that's another thing too. I killed a few people. I do not even know. I read that. It's like, god damn it. Studying Russian is fun. I like the sound of Russian language and German language. I like the sound of both of them. And I have learnt a bit of German, and I was trying to learn Russian, but I got bored of Duolingo and went back to my Japanese instead. And then I completely stopped. So yeah, I wasn't really getting very far. And then Duolingo basically like harassed me for 3 months, basically sharing daily levels of disappointment, which was kind of like more motivating because I'm like, I'm letting it down, but I don't want to open it because God forbid I encourage it and it starts all over again. Let's explain. Well, he plays Tarkov and stuff. So when he's playing Tarkov and other certain games, you can understand the fucking signs in Russian. So when he's getting around, he has an actual tactical fucking advantage in these games that he plays, as opposed to like the regular gamer. I can't remember how you said you learnt Russian. I feel like I remember hearing your story about that, but it's been so long. I can't quite like recall it properly. Oh yeah, was that completed? I completely get what you're saying with like Duolingo. All those leagues just demotivate me. I actually didn't mind the leagues. I actually was competing against another person continuously with Japanese for a while, and I was doing really good. I was like, we were constantly swapping over first and second place for a while. It was great. It's just that like when I got sick for a little bit, like just a day or two, and I dropped back, there was no way I was going to be able to catch up and or beat him again. And it was just completely demotivating in the sense that I'm like, I had a natural disadvantage built in, which was a little saddening. I'm like, obviously this person's like pretty dedicated, likes the competitiveness, but it would have been nice to have had like, I don't know. I guess you get those like streak things that like freeze your streaks and stuff. It could have probably helped, but it wouldn't have helped me for long enough. I think it only freezes it for 1 day, and then you got to kind of maintain it. Let's put my gun away. There's like no one out here. The 3 letters in the alphabet have no Spunderson. There aren't. What the fuck's a Spunderson? I may be just saying that wrong. But yeah, interesting. Oh yeah, that happens. Also, there are like 5 letters that are double sounds. Yeah, see, I don't know. I just like listening to German speaking, Russian, There's another couple of ones, basically the angry conversational languages, the ones that are like deep and scary sounding on like approach, and then you find out that they're actually saying something really lovely and wonderful, and you're like, oh, but it sounded like you wanted to kill me. Um, but it's not that far off either. Sometimes you're driving. That's all good. I was fucking trying to do that earlier. Not drive, but like just fucking use speech to text or whatever. And it just could not fucking pick up one word. So the other thing too is I don't know what my phone's been doing lately, but every time I try to like type, like get one word that I can't fucking spell, I just do the like speech to text option. As soon as it's got it, it automatically searches for it and then gives me this long-winded fucking explanation, just doesn't shut the fuck up. And half the time, the word that it picks is wrong. And I'm just sitting there like, shut the fuck up so I can literally listen to or try to say again the word that I want to look up. I have no fucking idea why it's doing that. I'm guessing it's some update. It's a schmetterling. Butterfly. Yeah, like that shit. It just still makes more sense than flying butter. Oh yeah, the literal senses. So I was watching something like that with Egyptian hieroglyphics and stuff like that. They were explaining like, it was something. It was like these two words equal, was it a scribe or something like that? But they're two separate images, two or three images pronunciate out this particular word, as opposed to maybe just drawing one picture of like a guy writing. Mate, what are you even doing? Oh, wow. All right. Tell you what, I think I have one grenade. I think it's like stun or smoke. Yeah, I want smoke. Yeah, I was so dead. When he was like bopping and swooping, I'm like, that is a long run for nothingness. Enjoy my nothings, mate. I had kind of like a long distance gun, but I don't think I was doing anything with that. That still makes more sense than the flying button thing. I did read that, but yeah. That and my second tower and satisfactory is operational. It's also good that your computer's running pretty well with that now. Like, as you're saying, like, it's, what was it, 50 degrees Celsius? Because you had it, like, not running, like, the fans were running at 40%. And then, yeah. Yeah, it's doing pretty good for that. I can't remember what my shit's running on, but I know mine kind of takes it down to about the 30-odd degrees. And then it takes it up closer to 50 degrees if I'm playing a heavy-duty game, like, say, I don't know, RimWorld isn't too bad. I know, like, a lot of people be like, oh, RimWorld would definitely do it, but RimWorld doesn't. 7 Days does. PUBG doesn't. I don't remember what other games would. I think Warzone does. Warzone craps the fuck out of it. What is this? That is a view. Oh. Well, they all make like the dragony face. The 40-degree idle. It's wild. Sorry, what was doing before that then? I need to have some of my drink. Hold up. So I actually really like fireworks. Fun fact, I guess. Where am I now? I'm over here. Near Jiaotin. Hongchun. Lanpo. Let's go to Lanpo. That sounds like land party. Let's fucking go over there. No, it's not. I'm very far away. I might not make that. You imagine if you rock up and it's just like literally just tables full of like PCs set up, like all the comforts and stuff like that, just to like sit down and have a LAN party. Remember when you actually had to kind of do that because like internet games weren't such a huge thing, so the whole point was you'd actually have to go over to a friend's place to do that, to play games together. Whereas nowadays you can basically have anything, even like super fucking portable. Like I have my eye on eventually getting one of those what you call it, that the ROG edition of the Stream Deck thing. Because that way I can play like my Steam games and shit away from my computer. So my ass can be like a bit in relief, like beyond editing and shit. It's like I could be in here for hours when I'm like stream then edit and stuff. So sometimes it's nice to just get up and walk around. Pick up the fucking pan. Like how there's a pan at the ping pong tables. I don't like you coming near me. What is this? What is this? Gimme. Don't. Oh, I don't know if you saw that, but I dodged one. I dodged one bullet then. Let me up here. Oh, man. Oh, fuck you, mate. Fucking P19. Fuck you and your little fucking gun. Is it? No, I'm at 40 degrees as idle design, and it just barely 10 degrees hotter while on load, 40% fan speed. Oh. That's alright, I followed that. So Azula is using Nick's keyboard as a fucking, what do you call it, pillow? Very cute. Let's hit back in there. Do I get... This is the only thing that confuses me, is I don't want to click on like that. This is rewards, this is missions. I guess I'll look at missions. Mint countdown? What? Oh, mint condition. Fucking hell. Alright, I guess that's the thing. I guess I use one med kit. Fucking, what kind of bullshit is this? I used a med kit. No, wait, I used first aid kit. Nah, it's alright. It's legit. Don't worry about it. Silk Road. Heal. I could probably do that. Look for grenade, smoke grenades. What's it for modes other than... What's it for modes other than solo survival time is based on longest surviving teammate? I really do hate... This is something I haven't probably spoken about enough with PUBG. Because I really don't like the fact that they went towards... they went away from solo. So I heard the actual statistics on PUBG earlier today. And it was something like... What they did to, in quote, kind of like improve the game is that new people could come in and have a fair chance to actually like play the game and learn the game. What I think they did is something like, I think it's 20% players to 80% bots or something like that. And then if you go to like duos, there's only like, I don't know, half a dozen lobbies that exist for duos, third person. You go to squads, third person, it's a little bit better ratio. I think it's 60-40 for spots. But then if you swap to first person shooter and you want to go first person shooter solo, you're 100% supposedly against players. Which is, I think, why I keep getting asked why I'm not playing first person. I don't play first person because I don't like the perspective. I play PUBG for the third person perspective. It's what I enjoy about the game. But I don't like the fact that they changed it, that if you want to fight a lot of real people and make it really difficult, you've got to be on fucking first person shooter as opposed to third person shooter. I don't think that's a good idea. I also didn't like the fact that when they brought out ranked, because I did want to participate in ranked, I can't look at it because I'm in lobby, but ranked is locked to squads. Even if it was locked to duos, I would be kind of okay with that. But I liked when I could play ranked solo and actually have a fucking global rank. The camera settings is an actual requirement for gameplay. I think there is for one of these. I can't remember what it is. I don't know if it's ranked or if it's something else. It must be ranked. Because the thing that I was fighting was that, yeah, there's a lot of the ones where there's certain types. Who the fuck approved that shit? Yeah, I don't know. Look, all I know is a lot of the different modes are catered towards different categories. Apparently, first-person shooter in solo is catered towards streamers. So that's for entertainment purposes. It's why you got more people. It's a faster-paced game. They've got the different restrictions on it as opposed to like squads where you kind of like, that's more your casual player group and stuff like that. It's really stupid. I just don't like the fact that they limited, like, I get that they tried to make it that a lot of new people could enter the game and learn the game as opposed to like having to fight like really, really hard skilled people. Because I did remember at one point they tried to like bring it in based on like your rough skill level. That's why they brought in wherever it is. I don't want to go out of here. But when somebody kills you, they have like a level like down here somewhere on their banner. And that tells you like their kind of like level of playing and stuff like that over time or some shit. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to be able to jump in and play against like other people. Maybe a few bots. I don't care if they're there. I wish that they weren't. But I'd rather have, you know, something that's in the game instead of just like you load in and there's like 40, 60 people or something like that. Like, I think that would be a little bit, not so much like depressing, but it would definitely be demotivating. It'd be like, oh, I've only got to kill like 40 people. Not a hard match. Plus, lobby would take too long to like populate. I mean, what is that thing? I'm gonna find out. Are these things like Kraken? I don't know. I don't actually complain about that too often, like the statistics in PUBG. I do know them. I just don't go into them much because I'm like, there's no real point complaining about what won't be changed. I was going to say what can't be changed, but in actual fact, with PUBG, it's just, it won't be changed. So it's one of those things. I like a lot of other aspects to do with PUBG. Like, funny thing is, the game itself is quoted as like one of the few games where you have like various levels of like tension because you have quiet times and then you have times where you're forced to like engage in like harder, tougher battles and stuff like that. And I like that because I always like the peaceful times in PUBG. That's something that I deeply enjoy. Is like now, I don't know if anybody's near me, but it's peaceful. And I can see that there's people landing down there, so I guess we're not yet like moved in. But like, there's no game music, and so like when I hear a shot, like you guys see me do like borderline echolocation bullshit on that, right? Like I end up just like narrowing in and finding where somebody is because they're shooting constantly, and that's like the worst thing you can do in this game is just like constantly make sound. But if you're new to the game, if you're used to playing other games where like that kind of stuff doesn't really matter, it's a really, really quick like, God, I hate this game kind of wake up call kind of thing. That's the other thing too, is I actually hear that a lot of people don't like the game just because like if you're not playing well, like it's very possible to have a few shitty games back to back. If not like all of your games shitty back to back for like a night or a week or whatever. It depends on how you're playing, depends on how like other people are playing and stuff like that. As opposed to like the leniency of games such as like, I don't know, like Warzone and I wouldn't say Fortnite, like Overwatch kind of things where you can like respawn and kind of go again like really quickly. There's less consequence to that kind of thing. Whereas like PUBG, once you're dead, you're dead, you're back in the lobby, whether it's 1 minute or like 30. Doesn't matter. Like, you don't get that choice. You choose where you drop and hope that you get like the longest gameplay possible. Or, well, that's at least what I do. Most people just go for like the fastest, hardest fucking drop, and it's like, see how many people they can get in like 5 minutes flat. And then, so here's another funny thing. So is it like, I gotta know for people that like do play the game really hard, I know like somebody will see this in the future and be like, okay. But like if you wait like up to 3 minutes to load into a game and then you play for less than 5 minutes, you're back in lobby and then you got to wait 3 more minutes to load in, you're almost spending as much time waiting to play the game as you are actually playing the fucking game. Like I can justify 3 minutes over 30 minutes. That's not a bad wait time. It's basically the 1% kind of ratio or some shit. It's kind of like the payoff for it. But yeah, almost equal amounts or 40-50, no, 60-40 fucking split to a game isn't fun. Or at least not for me. There'll be a lot of people that beg to differ. This is just, I have to say, I like the shades of pink that they've chosen. A couple of pinks up in the distance, the really light ones, and like the slightly like rosier ones. They've chosen good shade.